Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Get off that phone.
Girl, bye. You know, as a business person, you always got to be answering texts and doing stuff at the same time. I'll be like, oh, Lord, what now? What now?
I know. Well, talking about business and everything, what has been going on? We haven't, we did hang out, a little while ago for your belated B-Day celebration. So what's been going on with the business and everything?
Hell. It's me. Mm-hmm. I can't make up my fucking mind.
Just like a woman.
Right? I think I have it down packed. Mm-hmm. I know it. This is it. Then something comes up and boop, changes my mind, and now I got to tweak it again. And then something comes up, boop, and I tweak it again. I've tweaked this like I can't even tell you in the past year, to the point where I quit posting on social media because it keeps changing.
You gotta I
know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to finalize. I think I got it down. Like I really do. I do believe I got it down. I got down the new look. I got down the new brand, because the old one, I mean, it worked, but it didn't work. Like, it wasn't really me. Sometimes, when you're in business, you think that there's certain things, but it had to be me. So now I think I finally really got it to be me. Okay. So now the last of it now is I thought I was only going to do 2 products. Now I'm actually one kit with 2 products. Now it looks like I'm going to do 2 kits, one for face, one for body. So right now I've been working with a lab and a chemist, or I say my chemist now because we're going to be working together, really kind of tweaking the ingredients and the products that I need. So that's been really interesting and super fun, like really getting into it. It's like it's a whole process and a whole thing, but it's so fun. Really taking my expertise and really putting it into this line has been really exciting.
And you went to Temecula, right?
Yeah, I went to Temecula.
Drinking.
Girl, you already know. That was a whole experience and a whole time. I think wine tasting and doing all kinds of stuff to get my shit together. But at the end of the day, it's really coming together in a way that I think is super authentic to me, and really the love that I have for skincare, my license, the years I've been doing it. I didn't realize how knowledgeable I am because I talk a lot of shit anyways. So it's just one of those things. I'll be like, oh shit, I talk shit. That when it came down to it, I was like, damn, I really do know a lot. Yeah. Like, close to 20 years, how could you not know a lot?
Yes.
Experience.
Yep.
So it's been really exciting. It's been really fun, very stressful. Like, I was up last night until 2 in the morning, breaking things down and doing things. I literally had to push myself to go to bed. I was like, you better take your ass. You got to get up. You're going to be looking crazy. Yeah. So that's why the messy bun, everything, I always look like a mess, but little mascara can't fix.
No, but, I understand.
So outside of that, it's going... goal is to launch again and renew everything by the end of May. Okay. So a lot of pressure. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, but I know myself, if I don't, I'll lollygag. Yeah. I'll be like, I got some time. So, it's come down to the crunch now. So now I'm forced to make the decisions, the final That's it. Yeah. And just trust my instinct.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Trying to run a business, own a business, it's fun, but also stressful because I got in the mail my information to renew my paperwork and stuff for my business. I paid taxes, trying to pay taxes on the business. I'm looking for grants for the business. Yeah. I'm just like, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
But at the same time, it's like, it's mine and I own it. And put everything into it. But I see the growth, and it's like so much positive has come out. You're actually helping me with trying to figure out some stuff because I have couple opportunities coming up. I'm really excited about.
We'll talk about it when the time comes. But I'm really excited to help you on that too, on top of doing the shit I'm doing. But it's going to be amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you.
I'm excited, but nervous.
Yeah. It's time. So, like I always said, it's time.
Yes, finally.
What's hidden must come to light.
Yes. Big
and
time.
your talent and your amazingness and all your hard work. It's time for it to come to light.
Finally.
Yeah,
finally.
I told like this is
that
me.
vision board is coming true.
Right? And you want to see, she want to talk
I know.
shit about me. And now look.
Now I'm gonna have to start coming to a vision parties.
Yes, but I will say this though. I'm super excited for you, and then it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, okay, cool. So she knows now, and I hope you know that you can't get rid of me. I'm attached to all that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, where are you going?
I know.
Well, what's going on? Where are you on your boat? Where are you going? You remember those days?
Exactly. We're going to be recording a podcast on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah. I was like, do you remember where we were going, what we were doing?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. No, seriously, I can't wait. No, I'm excited. Just in general, and trying to build something that you respect and love, and you see the growth in it. Which kind of brings me into some hot topics.
Ooh,
some things
my favorite.
that I'm seeing, and it's very eye opening. And it's kind of, to me, a bigger question that I think a lot about, politics and how Republicans and Democrats, having a two-party system. I don't know if I think we need to open it up more and get more independent thoughts out there. So, with everything that's, going on, you have the really Republican side, which is the biggest and extreme. Then you have the Democrat side, which is kind of meek, quiet, let any and everything be talked about and said, and then they have people in place that are, in the Justice Department, going out there and fighting. But it's like, okay, they got the New York governor charged for bribe, but the Trump family, they're still there running around trying to go for 2024. And then we see the news about the Supreme Court and his wife,
Yeah, again, it's not what you know is who you know. And, politics are very corrupt. Like, it is what it is. I mean, right now, I was just talking to, it's a big scandal, and it's not only here, but it's everywhere. My mom's Puerto Rican, and we were just talking about there's this huge scandal going around in Puerto Rico that, the mayors of these towns are being charged with corruption. And one of the mayors, like my mom's town, the town we're from, the mayor was just caught for corruption. And it's like a ring. It's like all these little. So it's not just. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's like this corruption and this thing where here's the thing: who's going to monitor the people we're putting into government? Because they feel that once they're in government, they're the law, and they could do whatever they want to do. But who's monitoring them? But it was supposed to be. The government was supposed to be for the people, by the people.
Yes.
Right? And I think somewhere along the way, it got all switched out and turned out where we're afraid of the government, but the government should really be afraid of the people because we're the ones that put him in and take him out.
Exactly.
And so as long as voters are being compliant and not
saying anything,
not making a ruckus, not voting him out, watching who they're voting in. They're having people voting in with these crazy ass agendas that, what is this? Like, don't say gay laws. I'm like, what are we doing?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, what is going on?
It blows my mind. And then they want the same. It's in Florida. They also have like an agenda where they want to raise taxes on the middle class. They want to this is everywhere. Oh, I think it's Oklahoma. They just passed an abortion law. It doesn't matter if it was rape, incest, anything.
I'm like, what is going on?
In Texas, they did the same thing, and they are requiring teachers to work, to do training and all that, do training, but not pay. And it's just like all these different laws are getting passed.
Yeah, it's the craziest shit ever. It's like I was like, what is going on? But again, I hate to say this, but the telephone and social media has made people really kind of be like, oh, whatever, in their own land and worried about worried about dumb shit.
Yeah.
And not looking at what's going on in our government. And you would think social media would have the opposite effect because you could literally see it firsthand. And people are like, oh, I guess as long as it doesn't affect me, everything affects.
Yeah.
Everything.
You may not see it, but it affects.
And if it doesn't affect you, you're talking about generationally.
That's what I don't understand. Why they keep voting these people in, knowing, let's keep it real. Some of these senators are 88, 89 years old. They go be gone soon. But their children's children,
yes,
they're going to be left with all this corruption that they put in place.
Exactly. And then that's what's going to make it worse. It's like, I don't know, eventually people will get fed up. I don't know if the New World or I don't know. I just know that we're going backwards. We're not going forward in any way, shape, or form. I'm all, it's I was like,
they didn't want to pass a bill to cut down on insulin prices. Like they all said no. The Republicans said no on that bill.
I mean, they're all making money off of these things, like healthcare, all of this shit that's so it's pertinent for people to have. They don't give a shit. They're making money off of this. This is what people don't understand, and they can't figure it out. America was built off of free labor, slavery, and taking shit that did not belong to them. Generational wealth was built off of that. So that same mentality is still going on in our government, where they're just taking shit for themselves and putting in laws that limit and prevent others from moving forward.
It's crazy.
So, except it's now in a different, it's not so blatant. We knew slavery, they knew. It's blatant in your face. Now they're covering it with these little quote-unquote, don't say gay ban, or, let abortion laws. We're thinking about the women. Listen, I keep saying these men don't, what's the point of feminism and all this shit? Well, if we're not even taking responsibility and help, these men are putting all this, these men are putting all the problems on women, but we're the ones to fix all the problems. And I was like, why isn't Viagra so expensive?
But the women are voting for to keep these people in place, even though they're making the laws to put women behind.
That's my point. But here's the thing. I call that the daddy syndrome.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's called the daddy syndrome. Because a lot of these women... a lot of these women that do these things, that's what they saw daddy, grandpa, talking this kind of stuff. This is the way we do things, blah, blah. Never really got the love, acceptance, appreciation from these men. So when you look up there and that's what you see and you recognize, you're going to be like, that's what I know. And that's what I recognize. So you're going to vote for them because that's what your daddy, your grandpa, great-grand, all of this is all what you've heard and been programmed your whole life generationally.
That's sad.
Okay, so when you see it up there, why do you think Trump got up there? It wasn't because it's because they looked at him and go, oh, that's my dad talking. That's oh yeah, that's right. That's what we said. My grandpa, we're admiring, the people in our lives, and we see it up there and thinking, yep, my grandpa and my dad were a good guy because that's what it is. Yeah. And then you throw that in there, right? So then all of a sudden you're going, well, what's wrong with these women? Don't you see? Well, when you are and then your mom and their mom and generationally programmed, as we would say, then that's the thing. And I think a lot of it, has to do with a lot of, I say, like, what did they say? Like white women, and their power, but not understanding no, I'm going to retract that. Their power. They understand their power when it is convenient for them.
Yeah.
But if it's convenient for others, they don't use their power for that.
I see.
Do you see what I'm saying?
See. Yep.
Right? They're going to use their power, white women tears, this thing, woe is me, the Karen, this and that, because that empowers them. I'm not saying all white men, so okay, just some, not all. Before I get my ass chewed out. Okay?
Yes, please.
And this is opinion, seeing, observing. Not all white women, just some, okay? Because it's like saying all black people, because we're not all, okay? Yeah. We'll use that, right? But for that power, but when it comes to empowering each other and other women, they don't use that power for that purpose. It's kind of like, well, it doesn't include me.
Yeah. It's like it's like climbing the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to go up by yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't include me.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
Yeah.
While we've noticed that women of color, black women, riots, things get done and moved because our voices and how we move forward and certain things, that it becomes this thing where this political, where how did Biden win?
Yeah.
Black women.
Yeah.
Let's keep that 100.
Yeah.
It wasn't white women, black women. But when Trump won, who voted?
Yeah, it was white women that took yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So women have a tendency, as much as we say where there's a sisterhood and there's a bond, there really isn't. And that's done generationally. It's been done like that. It goes way back to slavery. The white girl at home, she, and then, the women at home, whatever. You had the black slaves that, outside, the ones that were inside, this whole thing. We're friends, but we can't be friends. Quiet. I'll protect you, but I'm really not protect. Oh, well, when the time comes, if shit go down, don't worry, I got you. But the shit come down is between me or you. Sorry, I'm saving my ass. You got to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, but it's true. I mean, and just like over in Georgia right now, what's his name? Herschel Walker. Politician, black politician.
Yeah.
He's running to be the senator, and allegedly his points are higher than Warnock's. And I'm like, are y'all crazy? Like, why are people actually even considering to put him to replace Warnock, who has actually gotten things done? It just blows my mind.
Because again,
and Georgia was the one that has gotten us a lot more stuff done with those two senators. So to get rid of one of them because this old Super Bowl football player, whatever
that's what I'm saying. But again,
it's crazy to me.
But okay, I wouldn't put it past Trump. What was Ronald Reagan?
Trump endorsed him.
I'm not surprised. So here's the thing. Celebrities, name recognition, because they play an act, a role on TV, people feel they know them. Not knowing that that's called acting.
Yeah.
That is a skill. That is not who they are in real life, right? So we take actors, we take sports people, we take all these people that you see in a well-known name and thinking they'll be great for that job. That nigga's been hit 50 million times. Do we even know if all his marbles are all there?
Oh, my God, it is.
I'm just saying, playing football, like the same way we say Trump, he said he must be a great businessman, even though facts show he's the worst businessman. Yeah. But because he was on TV and said, you're fired, scripted, he must know it all. Yeah. Like, let's ask ourselves these questions. So I wouldn't be surprised if one day, the only reason Kanye didn't get into everything is because Kanye was just acting a fool. But if Kanye would have really sat there and really strategically done things differently, I would have not been surprised if people would have voted for Kanye.
If he had a real platform?
If he would have created a real platform and sit here and said, I'm for the people, this is what it is, people would have voted for him based off of some records.
Yeah.
So Kim Kardashian, same thing. Now she's going to be a lawyer and never have to go to law school. Just do a couple of things and, do law things and not go. I mean, it's mind fucking blowing that with a little bit of money and a name you put yourself out there with, not to take away that she's studying and she's trying, okay, whatever. Yeah. I'm just saying she didn't go the formal way that every law student has to go through. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that what she's not doing isn't correct.
Yeah.
Or it's like, you're taking the shortcut.
Yeah.
Hey, if I could take a shortcut in life too, I would too. I mean, like I'm not one to judge, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
No, it's true. It's true. Well, while we're on New York, we gotta talk about what happened. The tragic shooting.
It's just another one.
And, it's, of course, all over the media. Thank God, so far, we have not had any, casualties, death. It was like 13 people shot, I believe. And they thought, he had bombs, detonators, and stuff like that. But it's just just scary within itself because in a subway early in the morning, so you know how crowded it is. And just the thought process and the mind frame to even do something like that, it just blows my mind.
I always say, here's the thing. This is a really weird, odd time in a new world. I'm not making excuses.
Yeah, no, exactly. Everything
People
is just,
have lost their fucking marbles.
they really have.
People are depressed, feel desperate, feel they have nothing to lose, and are going bananas.
Yeah.
Road rage is crazy.
Yeah.
Not only shooting and doing this, they're robbing in fucking daylight.
Yeah.
Taking hammers to jewelry stores and high-end stores and taking shit. People, desperate times, people do desperate things. And I don't know his history. I don't know because, we got mass shooters all the time to the point where we're just, how do you call it, desensitized?
Yes. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter, this was a subway where random, it's not like he was like, I know the whole subway system and everybody that's coming in. Because a lot of these mass shootings are, they're getting revenge. They're doing, this should be, if those mass shootings wasn't a wake up call, this should be.
They've said we've had, since this year started, 2022, we've had 100. We've only been in, it's only been like 130 days or something, but we've had 110 shootings in 130 days of 2022.
Yeah, it's crazy. But here's the thing. Now we're going into subway stations. Now we're going, what are they going to do? The next thing they're going to do what? Airports. They're going to do things where it's just random and people and just basically saying, I'm desperate, hear me out. If gun control does not change.
That's the thing. Why can't we have common sense laws? They can make laws for abortion and everything else, but not for this. But you're pro-life. But you don't want to.
M-O-N-E-Y. Money, 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 money.
Yeah.
Money.
It's crazy.
Money is the root of all evil.
It is.
People will do, people you never thought would do shady ass shit will do shit because of money. So if we're asking why, it's because of the money. There's
Follow the money trail.
That's why I used to love American Greed, girl. That was my show. I loved that show because it would show, you would think, really? People will do anything if you're desperate enough for money.
That's
right?
True.
Just on that note, because we're talking about money and everything, I rewatched the Netflix movie I Care.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen that. I think the last thing I watched was Abbott Elementary. I
love that. I know. Love that show. Love that show. So, okay, it's called I Care.
Okay.
And money is the root of all evil. Like, this is about this lady. Just kind of give you a premises. It's about this lady who runs a scam of taking elderly and becoming their guardian and taking all their money.
Yeah.
And why she does everything, because she goes, I want to be rich. I want the world. I'll do whatever it takes and I don't care.
And that's the thing. You go die, you can't take it with you.
Hello. But at the end of the day, she ended up, but at the end of the day, they're saying, I don't care. I still want to enjoy the lifestyle and the shit I want because I want what I want. So greed, money's more powerful than human life. The fathom that is bananas.
Yeah.
But it's shown throughout history, generations, empires. Everything has fallen due to money. Money in not only green, but money as far as trade. Before they had gold, diamonds, empire, everything for that. So what in 2022 do you think would change if this is all that's been taught generationally? And I believe that there is a lot of generational trauma.
Oh, yeah.
That carries on through children, through generation. Because, that's why I say, women, we're the carriers, men as well. So all this shit they're carrying, DNA, all of this, child per child, we may not know that we're carrying this trauma, but we seem to keep repeating the same shit and the same cycle because that's what's in the DNA.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This whole thing where they're like, oh, you choose. That's why I said nothing is ever a choice. It's all been given as far as DNA. If you do something enough, it will mutate. And it will go into however, right? It's shown that. So if trauma has been done for generations, thousands of years, let's just say.
Yes.
Okay? Thousands of years, trauma has been going down. You could trace your DNA to the tribe you came from that might have been taken on a ship, been over here generationally, even there. You carry that trauma, that becomes into your DNA.
It's true.
And so the craziness,
it's going to have a ripple effect for the next generation.
For the next generation until
and people wake up, and really
and
look
heal.
Yeah.
And heal the traumas and acknowledge trauma. You know how trauma is healed is by acknowledging that it happened and it was.
Well, they want to cut all that out.
That's my point.
They want to get rid of CRT, all that.
No,
don't talk about it. None of that.
The only people that I think I've gotten, and still, I mean, more than black people have been Jewish. They acknowledge the Holocaust. They acknowledge that things were done terribly to them. They acknowledge that that's not the way. They have, how do you call it, like memorials, and they have certain things to say. This was a trauma to us, and we're healing from this trauma. Black people and enslaved people don't have that. And you know what? In the little bit that they do, they try to cover it, do shit. It's, indigenous people don't have that. They don't have the fact that people came in, brought disease and killed off their people and doing all that. Where's their healing portions of it? And now that more people are open to dating, quote unquote, outside of their race, and we're becoming a true melting pot, you have somebody who comes from a generation of nothing but trauma in a very negative way, and you might have a person who comes from a generation of taking trauma, creating trauma, and now you have somebody who was part of the trauma. Now they're mixing. What kind of trauma are they creating now with the next? So now the confusion, don't. There's a whole big thing on that.
Well, I think that's where it kind of goes back to within our own group. We need to really come together, talk about it, because we don't have those leaders anymore. And we've talked about this in the past. We don't have those leaders really speaking up and getting people to talk and come together to really figure out a plan and action. I mean, I did hear about here in California how they're doing reparations, and stuff for I forgot what you have to go through some.
Yeah, I mean, that's stupid.
It's just.
No, but here's the thing. Not the reparations part of it, but that you have to go through. Listen.
Yeah, you got to go through some. Fill something out. Form. I'm like,
listen,
what?
if you black, they're indigenous. They're what's the problem?
You got to do extra steps
to
prove that
your family and the whole generation was traumatizing.
Yeah.
To me, that's stupid. It's like, okay, here you go. Generations we could see, you come from this country. There's no real documentation because they refuse to have documentation. Because if you had documentation, then that's the proof of what the shit you're doing. The documentation that they do have,
they don't want to see it.
They don't want to see it. They don't want to acknowledge it. Could you? Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, 2 minutes now.
No, I know, but let's keep it. I don't know if I would want to see the shit if my family did some dirty ass, traumatic, generational shit and then I'm stuck with the shit. They died and now I got to clean up their shit.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to clean up
their own shit.
Nobody wants to clean up their great. Nobody wants to clean up none of their shit. They're like, I don't know, I don't see nothing, so F that. I don't know.
But you shouldn't want to leave it for your kids to have to clean up. You should want better for them.
Of course.
But some people
That's not the way it is, hon. If that was the case, we wouldn't be in the situation we are today, because people would have rectified that shit for their kids.
Exactly.
They're like, well, I dealt with it, so can they. So keep it pushing.
It's insane. This world, oh my God. But anyway, it's been lovely, good conversation.
Like always.
Thought provoking. Keeps it, keep it on your mind. Hopefully our listeners, are enjoying the conversations, and, send us your questions and some topics that you would like to have us talk about. And once again, it's been lovely hanging out with you.
Like always.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.